WVM.
Almost 3 years ago, cell phone video showed Jessob Blake being shot 7 times by a Kenosha police officer. A lot of people demanded the officer face charges, but the DOJ chose not to charge the officer because Blake was not following orders and he had a knife. We appreciate you joining us on this Thursday evening. I'm Jessob Reisbeck. The Kenosha Police Department is under fire again over a video showing officers arresting the wrong man inside an Applebee's restaurant. And tonight, the Blake family is showing their support for those involved. CBS 58's Stephanie Rodriguez joining us live in studio with this story tonight. Steph?
Jessob, seeing a black man in an altercation with police over a crime he had nothing to do with has shaken the Kenosha community, and they've continued to call for change. Now that includes Jessob Blake's family, who know firsthand what it feels like to go through something like this. Justin Blake tells me he hasn't been to this Kenosha square in a long time. Being back here now, all he can remember is the outrage that ensued after his nephew was shot 7 times by a police officer.
This whole place was filled black, white, big, small.
The city of Kenosha saw unrest lasting for days after Jessob Blake's shooting. 3 years later, his family is still healing. But now another black man is in a similar situation. On July 20th, Kenosha police are seen on video arresting this man inside an Applebee's for a crime he didn't commit. The man is sitting on the floor with his baby in his arms as police try to detain him.
When Jessob shot his 3 kids in the back, it's despicable, and we should recognize how wrong it is.
An officer then repeatedly punches the man, who is face down on the ground.
It was another atrocity. It's another time for the nation and the world to look at Kenosha and ask them who you gonna be. Who are you? Because all too often you hear the terrible things that happen to people, and it's a reflection of your community till you as a community say it's not.
The Kenosha police officer who shot Jessob Blake faced no charges and is still working at the department. Blake says because his nephew, who was left paralyzed from the waist down, saw no justice, he isn't surprised Kenosha police are under scrutiny again.
Citizens of Kenosha and around the world would have to know this would happen. Some devastating act against another African American would be down the road soon, and here it is.
Now again, the man in the video was not the suspect police say they entered that Applebee's restaurant looking for, but he is now facing charges of disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. The Kenosha community has asked for those charges to be dropped. Jessob.
Stephanie, thank you.